I'm going to show you what often happens when you decide to increase your fixed costs but not necessarily generate enough sales to cover those extra costs. I'm going to use this jug of water, these 3 coloured tumblers and this champagne flute to show you what tends to happen. So the water in this jug represents your sales, the pink tumbler represents your costs of sales, the blue tumbler represents your fixed costs or your overheads, the green tumbler represents your payments to HMRC, and the champagne flute represents the money that you've got after you've paid for everything, basically the money for you to live on. So let's say you decide to increase your fixed costs and make a commitment to something like a new premises or a new member of staff or some new marketing activity, but you don't quite generate enough sales. Now how are you going to pay for it? You've got a couple of options. You can use the money you've squirreled away in your tax, or you can use the money that you need every month. So let's say you decided that you're going to use some of the tax money, because actually you don't need to pay it just yet. But then the following month you don't quite generate the sales again, but it's a tax bill time. So what do? You've got the money that's available here, so you might actually use some of the money that you need to live on, or you might use some of the money that you've got allocated to cover your fixed costs. This juggling act is very familiar to some of you, and it's actually very, very stressful. So how can you avoid it? Well, the only way you can avoid it is by calculating how much more extra sales you need to achieve before you make commitments to any additional costs. There is a simple calculation that's shown on the latest blog that you can use to work out your sales target. Alternatively, you can use the revenue target calculator that's on the SAS Business Box. All you have to do is plug in your numbers and it works out your sales targets for you. So in summary, before you make any commitments to any additional costs, it is imperative that you work out how much extra sales you need to make and feel confident that you can do that every month before you make any commitments. I hope you found that useful, and I really look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!